with my good friend, incredibly funny and amazing mustache having buddy, Pally. Pally, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. I got to tell you, the mustache is all beef. First of all, second of all, my name is Pally, but since we're all friends, you can call me Pally.
Stealing my lines, man. We're
We got an
getting
early
off,
hit.
getting off to a quick start with this match. We have Crow from Valhalla on Nurse. And I am expecting to see some excellent gameplay here. Comp Nurse is like playing a different game, I swear. I would never want to go against these guys. The like flicks they have, the ability to read movement and make great choices. I could not go against it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's a completely different animal than playing nurse in pubs.
We took that chase over towards Shaq. Got a quick first down on, let me double check, a Kate, I believe. Meanwhile, going for a reset, Adam making his way to the other half of the map, and it looks like Nurse is maybe going to be taking chase here and leaving Kate
It
slugged.
definitely looks that way. Ooh.
Nurse looking to exert some serious pressure here, get everybody moving, keep anyone from even touching a gen for the
Just
first
giving his back
minute
the
of
close
this
shave
match.
there.
Yeah, that was a spicy hit. Miss.
Nurse
rather.
lost them for a moment, or maybe still lost them, which is huge. He got so much distance. She's over there still looking for him. Oops.
Meanwhile, they're getting the pickup on this Kate.
And a full reset, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my guess. So
That's a
interesting
setback.
start. Yeah, it was. I feel like it was an interesting choice to go after that Adam and then, not at some point go back for that Kate, because all of that pressure that they just had is kind of evaporated, which is going to make this a little bit trickier.
Yep. Since no one was hooked, the survivors lose nothing from that situation. So.
Exactly. Ace taking the chase over to main building. Got a couple of pallets to work with, but against a Nurse.
And he had his overcome, so.
He did. So he did make some more distance, and it
looks like this Nurse has something to inflict mangled.
Yes, I believe that is correct. We are looking at thanatophobia.
I must confess, I don't play a ton of Nurse, because that's all I used to play back in the day. So I don't really know her new or new-ish add-on set.
It looks like we've also got a hex totem on the map that Ada was just working on. Nurse astutely going over there to check and make sure that's not getting done.
Mm-hmm. Got to keep that pressure on.
Indeed, and one can probably assume what that hex totem is. But we'll wait a minute.
Ooh.
That was a nice
That was
hit.
a pixel perfect blink, but at what cost?
That was a great read, but 2 generators have popped during this time.
2 gens, and there was one on the other side of main that was about halfway, which is bad. We can hear it from where the Kate was walking.
Yeah, that's really tough. There was, like we said, there was a lot of pressure going into the beginning of this match, but that has
absolutely
all seemingly been given up for only 1 hook. Our killer's got a lot to do for the rest of this game, I think.
Yep, they're gonna have to play a game of chess for the rest of this game, and it's possible.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a winnable situation.
Looks like they're trying to kind of stay vaguely around hook, but I mean, Nurse has some, as we all know, has excellent traversal potential, so can kind of go out and check and come back relatively quickly, but opting to stay really close to hook and just make sure no one comes in and gets that. Adam's gonna make his way over though. Try and get an unhook maybe before the Ada hits second stage. Nurse doing some great body blocking. Going to be a trade here is my...
hit her a bit too soon.
Yeah, not a trade.
Ooh.
Ada might be in trouble though again, and it looks like she is. Nurse is gonna put her right back on hook.
Yep.
This is an interesting interesting start. We have another gen with 75% progress here. And another one at 75.
Ooh. Now, at this point in the game, doing the camping out your first hook would you say that was the play? Would you have made that play?
I don't know. You know, the thing for me with Nurse is she has such ability to get around the map really quickly that it seems odd to me to not make use of that and instead to camp a hook when you know that the other survivors are going to be sitting on gens. Why not take a second to try and kind of get out there, at least scare them off a little?
This right here, I think, is an optimal strategy. You're creating slug pressure and... Ooh.
Nice read by the Ada.
Absolutely.
I agree. If she can get this quick down again, she'll have something to work with in this end game. But she's got to get this
Ada is creating as much distance as possible here.
Yeah, I think... Oh! Not the dead hard!
The E... Oh,
wow.
No. And that's going to allow them to reset Ace, possibly?
Ada doing a fantastic job running this Nurse, and unfortunately, just like that, all that pressure she potentially had is once again gone.
Ooh.
Our survivors doing everything they can to make this work. Peeking out from that corner, maybe just a little bit too soon.
A little bit too soon.
But it was a good try. Looks like she is going to take chase after that Adam. She was just quickly looking back to see if anyone was over there trying to pick up the Ada.
And our last gen is halfway done.
Yeah, it is schmoving over there. Ooh, nice dodge by the Adam. Trying to keep this chase going a little bit, maybe hoping someone else can get over for a pickup. But it looks like that's not going to happen. Eventually, Nurse just saying, you know what, I got to pick her up. I got to get her on a hook. And willing to take the risk.
They're doubling up on that gen you can see over there, too.
Yeah, this is really tough.
Ooh.
Oh, boy. You know, and
the best you can really hope for now is one more kill. And that's where you have to go after Ace.
Yeah, she's going to have to pursue really hard. And these survivors, if they want to get all three of them out, someone's going to need to tank a hit somewhere. The door is open, though. That is huge for them. Unfortunately, Ace is going to go down, and it is going to be pretty tough to get a rescue. My guess is these survivors are going to scoot because they are worth a lot more points unhooked.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now's the best time to leave.
We are right. They are out. So it is going to end at a 2K at 0 gens remaining. That was a tough match to watch. I feel like I was really anticipating kind of a blowout at the beginning. She had so much pressure. She was making some really,
got a
really
very
smart
quick
choices.
Early down there.
All right, everybody, we are back. And this time, Demonic is having their chance to kill with Juggernaut on Nurse. How are you feeling about this, Pally?
I'm feeling great about it. Like, also, I think we should point out immediately through Nurse's perspective, we saw a Hex Totem. So what do you think that is?
You know, I don't know, but we've been seeing, I mean, like yesterday, almost every killer was running Ruin Undying. So I guess and I think, was it the Adam? Someone spotted that totem immediately.
Yeah, and there was a lot of retribution yesterday as well. So, and this is a Nurse. I don't know if that's allowed on Nurse.
True. There was a lot of retribution. I think retribution is allowed on Nurse. So I mean that could be there. Something did just get cleansed.
Something did just get cleansed, and we saw briefly that it didn't appear to be the one near Shack. So I'm guessing that we saw Undying go, if there is Undying.
I think you're probably right.
We could see Ruin is still in play.
Yep. So they are also running that combo Ruin Undying. That was a really nice chase on the Ace. It took a while to find somebody, but once they did, that was quite a short chase with some good reads from Nurse. Now we're on the David at main building. Oh, taking a hit here, making as much distance as they can.
This is deja vu. Remember last game? Immediate down goes after someone who not deja vu, overcomes away from the gen.
Indeed, and that Ace getting a pickup and a full reset just like in the last match. David going down, and he is going to take a hook here. But someone somewhere was working on a gen because that first gen has popped. And Ruin is about to be out of play.
Ruin is ruined. And we saw that they had Corrupt, so we got to figure out what their last perk is here.
Indeed, and we will at some point have to ask the question, is it Noed?
Are we going to get a visit from Uncle Edward? Yes.
You know, he's my... Noed doesn't work on Nurse, and so it's not Noed. Obviously.
I've seen some Giga Chats. You never know. The voices in my head tell me no, but...
Scoping it out, seeing if they can see anybody. Someone with Deja Vu working on a gen with decent progress. Does she not hear the person over here on this gen? This is...
I think she does. I think she's just choosing to gatekeep the hook as much as possible. I wonder if she's got a gen set up on that side. That's why she doesn't necessarily care.
You know, that is definitely possible. Killers are always thinking about these things, even when the casters...
We're not going for the pally tech here. Where are we?
Opting to put that Adam on that nice central hook. Oh, and finds David again right away. Oh, boy.
Ooh, that blink was on point.
David right back down on the ground. Nurse saying, no, friend, this is where you live now.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
This could spell disaster.
Adam
forcing
a basement blink.
Deja vu all over again.
Nicely done by the Adam, making some great distance away from Shaq. Getting back on that gen immediately. David is back up as well. Oh, boy. But it looks like Nurse has his number and is heading right back to him. Gonna try and get him back on a hook and get him out of this game as quickly as possible. A little bit under on that. But back here, there's so little to work with that our Nurse really does have an advantage.
Yeah, absolutely.
And David going down again. This gen about to pop. That's going to be 2 gens with 3 hooks.
This is still a better position than last game, though. Oh, my goodness.
Never mind. This gen also going to pop.
Wow.
Holy moly.
Now we see
I believe that was Tap. Yeah, I could recognize the coat. That's why I was paused and quiet for so long. I was trying to figure out it's that Tap.
Yeah, it's the sunglasses and the coat. Yeah, we see Tap through his perspective that he did have, or he does have Deja Vu. So we saw that she does have a gen set up on this side, which makes a lot of sense.
Oh, and a nice job interrupting that. That is going to be a trade.
That's huge.
Ace down and slugged. She's seemingly going to go for this David, though, as she should. Going to try and get him out. Question is somebody on a gen? Tap has reset at this point.
That quick of a down after the slug, that is huge. That is insane amount of pressure right there.
This is looking really good for our killer. Adam is going to get back here, though. Try and get a pickup. I don't know that there is enough time on that. And David is going back to the campfire via the entity. This Deja Vu gen.
Get your marshmallows, David.
Away.
My goodness.
She's on her way over to chase him off. We see that sprint burst coming into play, making some distance. Opting to stay on the Tap. Meanwhile, Ace has gotten picked up. Maybe they'll be going for a reset.
My goodness.
Running back to main building, making good use of that wall, but unfortunately not able to do much about that hit. Heading back out into the middle of the map. Nurse coming over to try and stop that gen.
They got the gen.
Just a second too late. Really nicely coordinated by our survivors.
Ooh. You can tell he was mashing that space bar.
All right, Adam on the ground, a gen over here working. Looks like we found Tap again. This could be really, really bad if Tap goes down quickly.
It does appear he got his sprint burst back just in time for that.
Really nice dodge.
Ooh, this is bad news, Bears.
Now we are in a bad spot, and I think this could be game, friends. Ace does manage to get the Atom off the ground, but he goes right back down, and he is injured himself. Vaulting back into Nurse, running around to main building, trying to make something happen here, but unfortunately not able to. Unless we have an unbreakable player.
Unless we have an unbreakable.
Oh man.
Which I feel like someone would have used it by now.
Yeah, this was just a decimation in the end. Wow. Really well done by our survivors, getting 4 gens done, tons of rescues. Everyone took some good chases, but
that is a definitive W for this Nurse.
Yeah, absolutely. That Nurse has handily taken this round. Looking for that last slug. Where are they? They're very
crazy because in a lot of ways the round started off very similar to the last one. They just managed to get that second down a lot faster.
Yeah, they did, and they were able to exert such great pressure from that. Wow, really well played by everybody. Is there the Deliverance player? I don't know. Adam, looks like they're faking us out a little bit here.
She's eyeing him up.
Nurse just content to sit back and watch.
Saying, do it, I dare you. Unhook yourself, see what happens.
You even think about unhooking.
You unhook yourself in a dream, you better wake up and apologize.
Checking them out.
All right.
Keeping 2 eyes on these guys. One's at second stage. Is Adam the Deliverance player? Are we going to get a move for Hatch here? That's really the only hope they have.
We are not.
It looks like
that is GG.
Not. It looks like, unfortunately, both the Unbreakable and Deliverance were on the David, who went out first. And we never even got to see that 4th perk, but it was Rancor. Didn't need it, though. All right, everybody, we are back here with Billy, the chainsaw-wielding madman himself, on his map, on his home turf, ready to try and have a stomp here. We've got Garafa on Billy, playing for Demonic, and Valhalla are already working away on a gen and a Gloatum being cleansed.
But an early down in return for a Gloatum, I think we take those.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for Tap being... Was that Tap or...
That is
that's
Tap.
Adam.
Are you sure?
Yes, that scream is
Brown,
Adam scream?
Brown coat.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Look. At least you're not mistaking Kate for Zarina. It's fine.
Hey, you know what, man?
Oh, what my sometimes. Goodness.
This is a strong start, opting to slug and go for another very strong start. You're right, it was Tap heading back. They have gotten the rescue, but sticking around here, knowing they're not far, looking to see if they can get them back down, exerting some great pressure, leaving that slug.
My goodness. But that slug is already up. But that means someone came off a gen.
It did, and that's kind of the name of...
Oh, nice!
Nice dead hard from the Tap. That is kind of the name of the game here, is just how do you get these survivors off gens? Someone had to leave to come get this hook rescue. Someone had to leave, or, well, no, more likely somebody stayed and the same person maybe went over and got that pickup. Either way, we are still looking at some decent pressure. Billy, gonna get
just
that hit.
Clipped him there.
Yeah, right around the corner.
Now, do you think it was worth it going for that tunnel?
Hard to say at this point. I think there might have been. I think that in a lot of ways there was merit to that play to leave somebody slugged. I think if they could have gotten them down sooner and gotten back over towards that pickup faster, it would have been more worth it. But I still don't think it was a bad play. Oh, David getting
now. One thing I noticed is the first gen they did was the main building gen. That's probably good for our hillbilly.
Yeah, it means that. Oh wait,
as the killer, you avoid that main building at all costs.
Yeah, they don't have to take chase there as much if they don't want to. Just missing that down over at Hook now when Billy was yeeting himself across the map. If he could have clipped that ace, that would have been huge. Another gen going.
Oh my god,
another successful
my
dead
goodness.
hard. This tap is not giving away anything for free.
Ooh.
These survivors know they've got to make a
goodness.
show of it this round. Forcing the pick off of the locker.
They are pressuring the heck out of those gens right now.
Ada and Ace chipping away at this gen over here. We do see that. Never mind, we don't see that because you can't see the perks. Just kidding. All right, moving over to this gen.
We do
give
what you were actually going to say is we do see that it is now a 3v1.
Exactly. It is now a 3v1. 2 gens remaining. Hillbilly with some pressure here. Definitely looking to get another quick down. Oh, and finding the David over here. Immediately vaulting that window. Looks like we don't have...
oh, what did he hit?
What did he hit?
Did he get stopped by a pallet?
I think he got stuck on the barrel, maybe? Yeah,
that looked like he ran into the pallet.
Yeah. I do want to point out to our viewers that we did notice that this Billy is not running Bamboozle as... Oh, really nicely run by the Ace. A great prediction curving around that
it allows
hay bale.
the gen to get done.
One left. This match is moving quickly. And our killer, you know, the one thing I'll say is they are not afraid to move from survivor to survivor. They're trying to get quick downs and not to prolong chase.
Is that an urban evasion that we saw in the corner?
Surely not.
Urbanly evading in this climate?
Yes, it is. This Ada is
You know what?
moving.
I respect it. I respect it.
They are moving swiftly across the map in ultimate stealth. We see David getting that sprint burst, making his way over to this pallet, trying to use a lot of these kind of smaller objects to avoid Billy cut out line of sight, make it harder for him to flick around and get them.
Ooh. Oh, was that an eruption?
I believe it was because nobody was on a gen.
That explains why our Billy was trying so hard to get that down before that other gen got done.
Yeah, making a quick trip over to Shack just to make sure that nobody is working on the gen there. Coming over here, see if anyone is around.
Our survivor is already up.
Wow. They're playing exceptionally well this round. They're doing a really great job of picking everybody up, getting people reset, just cranking these gens out. But Billy, having checked a bunch of the gens, knows exactly where they are at this point. Coming back over to this Ace. Ace gonna vault here and get clipped again.
That might be the curve. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, man. David getting spotted outright. I think he was trying to commit to just finishing this gen, which makes a lot of sense, but I don't know. I think it's going to cost them a lot. They've already seen that this Billy is not afraid to leave a slug and not pick someone up and hook them immediately, forcing the pickup here out of the locker. Ada sneaking around.
Our third survivor is a long, long way away. It's going to be very difficult for them to get that revive, if they even try.
That's unfortunate.
I think I saw the Ada motion to come here.
I did just do a double check on the sheet. I was like, surely they're not running Pebble, right? Because I thought for a second I saw them do the Pebble thing. They did not. They were just motioning for their teammate to come closer. Billy yeeting himself all around the map. He does.
Is Pebble allowed?
Probably not. Diversion? I don't think so. Or if it is, people probably don't run it. But for some reason, that's what my brain thought. Ada managing to...
Oh my goodness!
Getting that rescue last second, but is going to go down. They did manage to get the ace up, though, earlier.
That Ada played that as well as possible.
I agree. That is going to be a fresh hook on the Ada, though, which means a lot of juicy points for our killer. Meanwhile, these boys are out here just trying to find something to do, trying to find a gen to work on or to reset, mostly just trying to avoid this madman with a chainsaw. Doing a great job making it into that window and getting that light to get some valuable distance here away from our killer.
He was banking on his overdrive maybe getting that down.
Coming right back to hook. He knows these survivors games. He knows they're coming in for these rescues. The
Our Billy here
is,
just
friends,
Kool-Aid Manning.
nobody is working on a gen, and the name of the game is finishing the gens and getting out. So this is tough for our survivors. Everyone is injured, and Billy just has them on the run. I don't know what they can do here.
Well, if you're this Billy, you're creating slug pressure. You have to at this point.
Yeah, there's no reason not to, and it is working beautifully well. The question is, where is the ace? What is the ace doing?
Yep.
Is the ace on a generator?
It's hammer time.
Down. Ace
Ace is on a generator.
Got some good progress there. Opting not to go for the pickup, but Billy knows exactly where he is. He says, this game is over. I'm coming and I'm getting you and we're done here. This is my home.
And that's all she wrote. Unless.
Unless.
Or is it? It is not.
Dun, dun, dun.
It is not all she wrote.
David coming in with that cheeky unbreakable. And will make it.
Ooh.
Wow. Here we go. End game again. Seems like Billy doesn't know exactly where they are. Oh, no, Billy knows exactly where they are. He was just faking it out a little bit. Ada. Oh. Maybe not.
No, I don't think he does.
Like Ada going in for that rescue. And just like that, all the survivors are off hook again.
Ooh.
Hitting that ace. Unfortunate for Billy. Ace going to get some good distance. Ada hanging out by that gen that had a little bit of work on it.
This Billy's sweating just a little bit.
Here's the thing. If our survivors can get some amount of like reset or something, they have broken the 3 gen that was here. They've got this 1 gen over here and 2 quite far across the map.
And he just got an eruption off on that gen.
Oh.
Very smart leaving him on the ground like that.
Yeah, heading right back to that gen. He knows that there's probably 2 people on there trying to make something happen. Coming after this ace. Man, but this is wild. This is wild.
I just want to say that chainsaw next to Shaq would have hit me every time.
Oh, for sure. Sure. Everything that doesn't hit survivors would hit me every time.
Yep. Every single time without fail.
Back on this gen, trying hard to make
So he saw what the gen was at, so he
decided
decided to pick up the David. Now they have to run across the map to get the save.
That they do. Ada can still afford to give 1 more hook state here, but that's all these survivors can give before another person gets eliminated and immediately rescuing the David.
Wow.
Billy heading right back to hook, gonna give Ace a little more time to work on that gen. David starting the one far across the map, and Ada making her way to main building. I'm incredibly
Oh, he's still after the
impressed.
ace at Shaq.
Oh, you're right, he is.
Ace with the live play.
I am so amazed that these survivors are still doing anything at this point. I thought this game was done, but they are not giving this away for free. They have been working all match to make something happen, and they are not giving up. Oh, really great fake by the Billy.
Ooh.
And Ace is down.
Now,
Billy's
David has been sitting on that gen for a while. He's still only halfway, so our Billy does have a little bit of time.
Yeah, he is making some progress. Ada going down. And if I'm Billy, I'm immediately going to check that gen over there. There's
Yep,
no way
and
I'm
he
doing
is.
anything else. The question is, can the David get out of here without being spotted? And unfortunately, no. Oh,
That's a bail.
a little bit of a bonk, and this could be the end, friends. It's been a really great run, but we know that Unbreakable has already been used.
Oh, yoink!
And a grab on the window is what's going to seal the fate of these survivors. But my goodness, incredibly well played.
Yep, on both sides.
Jeez. This was wild. Billy never giving up even for a second. The survivors also giving it their all. This was really, really tough. I thought that this was over 3 minutes ago, but our survivors were really working to make that last gen happen. Well played by everybody.
That clutch Unbreakable was everything for them.
Absolutely. If that had been the survivor that had gone out first, the game was over. There was nothing anyone could do. That was really well done. Now it's just a matter of finding these sneaky little slugs on the ground and getting them on their hooks. Ada opting to be back on the harvester. And Ace should be somewhere around here as well.
Where are we at? The ace is, it's the ace that's
know.
still on the ground?
Yeah.
Has our Billy, usually when someone's on the ground, my first place to go is main or basement.
Yeah, he checked basement. I know he's worried over here about a potential hatch play, but not really because the survivor's going to bleed out anyway.
Yep.
Ace looking to deny
But that
one
extra
last
hook state
point.
could, you never know how much that might make the difference.
That's true. Just, you know, making a Billy working on his mixtape, dropping some beats with his chainsaw.
Yep. For those that don't know, Billy actually mixed Frank's mixtape.
Yeah, no, that's a really little known fact. But yeah. All right, everybody, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We are here again with Demonic versus Valhalla, but this time, Vobo, gosh, I hope I'm saying that right, on the Billy. Once again here on Thompson House, and immediately finding chase with this Natto over by Shaq.
And immediately leaving that chase because he knows that, you know what, this is going to take way too long. This person knows what they're doing.
Absolutely. Instead,
this person is ready for me and I want no part of it.
Yeah, opting to get over here and chase this Ada, and a quick down there and some valuable information over on that corner gen. This could be a really strong start.
Yep. Now, would he have still gone to that corner if they hadn't missed it? They missed a skill check, right?
Yeah, they did, I believe. That wasn't any kind of perk.
The comfortable close shave on the booty of Adam.
Yeah, that was just a very, very lucky missed skill check.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, Ada is up. We do see that Ruin is at play up in the corner. Back over here, trying to get this Ada back down. And a nice swing through the window. He knows that Adam is still over there. Gonna leave her again and head back over to this Adam. Oh, nope, opting to pick up and hook instead. Oh, we see Natto with a lot of pressure over here on this Deja Vu gen. Cranking away, 4 pistons pumping. Very close to popping. Heading back over to this corner, knowing that Adam is still somewhere over here. Trying to get this down. Oh!
My goodness.
So unfortunate.
That's
was
a
so
mood
close.
right there.
Man.
That hurts. That hurt me to watch.
Yeah, meanwhile, for Shen popping, but he is going to come back and snag it with another hit, opting to slug for a minute, probably heading right back to that hook, seeing if they can catch anybody.
The professional curves.
Still in this vicinity. Looking around, heading into the house.
Now, I don't know what the mentality is in comp gameplay, but if, you know, in normal gameplay, I'm probably not touching that main building with I wouldn't touch that building with the Torch of Gondor.
And a nice smack on the Yunjin. Meanwhile, Adam has been picked up, but this is a lot of pressure. We've got somebody who had to pick up and reset. Ada probably working on a gen at this point, but Yunjin taking a smack. Only one gen has popped. Billy's in a pretty good spot right now, although that Adam did get a full reset. And the Ada as well.
So I'm saying those plays where you leave someone slugged, they can easily backfire.
Yeah. A little bit unfortunate, but he does know where the Adam is. He knows that they're trying to get this generator done. Opting to get back into chase over here, try and get that Adam down again.
He's got to leave him.
Yeah, that Adam is playing that loop really well. Instead, opting to go all the way across the map to Shack.
Oh, another gen gets done in the background. And that is ruin gone.
That Gloatum has in
We
fact
heard
been
another totem go
cleansed.
earlier. That must have been Undying.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Once again, Undying Ruin, the popular combo, missing the Ada by just a hair. That was a really nice play by her over at Shack.
Absolutely.
Oh no, this is starting to come undone a little bit, guys. Trying to mind game this. Oh!
Ooh.
That hurts.
Yep.
Is eventually able to get this Ada done, but at what cost? That was a lot of time wasted chasing. Maybe it might have been better to pick up the Adam at that point. I don't know.
I think I would have, but I'm also not a comp player.
That's true. And that's the thing is comp is so different from pubs. It's very, very hard to say what you could have, would have, should have done. These players are all exceptionally good at what they do. They play this game an insane amount. That was a
illegal
nice curve. Getting that Ada down again, but Decisive coming in to play. DS now out of the game, opting to try and get this Ada down again rather quickly. Ada buying as much time as she can for her teammates to work on these gens, and another gen goes.
And an E, a dead hard.
Man, these survivors playing this really well.
Wow.
Opting to leave the Ada temporarily. That house gen is going to go in just a second, too. This is a really bad spot for our killer. I don't know how we come back from this. Leaving the Renato on the ground. The house gen has popped. Making his way over here. Back on Adam. Opting for an M1.
Just to get the injury on him.
Heading over this way, maybe towards where the Ada was. And it looks like we do have Thanatophobia at play here, making things take a little bit longer. Probably why we're opting to just injure for some of these survivors and then, you know, look for more.
For sure.
Renato is still down over at Shack.
Ooh.
And now we have
so
two
hard, he
slugs.
backflips. Now we saw as Adam was recovering, he had a yellow bar. Does that mean?
I think that means we have an unbreakable gamer. So
I think
Adam
that's
is the
our guy.
unbreakable gamer. Chat, that's something to keep in mind for later on. See. Oh,
That
and
is
that
a
was
pop.
definitely a pop goes the weasel. So still able to make something happen here. Nato did get picked up. Opting to go all the way across the map, finding the Ada out in the corn. Hoping he can maybe get a quick down here, and he does. Beautifully done.
And that's a death? Is that a death? That is a death. So we take that and we get our pop.
Yeah, this is tough. This is not an impossible situation for either side by any means. I think survivors still have a little bit of an advantage here, but Billy making use of what pressure he has gotten at this point. Hoping he can get Renato down relatively quickly.
Ooh. Renato doesn't have much to work with here, so.
Yeah, leaving the safety of Shaq, trying to use these hay bales to break.
Ooh.
Not able to make it happen. Billy gonna
and we
leave
can
him
see
here.
them breaking off that gen. Like, that is very smart.
Yeah, this gen has a ton of progress. Gonna use that.
Oh,
pop
that last
here.
minute pop.
Yeah, where
last
it is
second.
definitely needed. What do you think here? Like, what do you think the odds are that Billy can make this happen here, Pally?
I think, I mean, it's Billy. It's anyone's game. I think slug pressure is the only way you make this happen. Oh!
Really nice hit through that vault. And now it's just to find the Adam, and he knows exactly where he is. If he can get this Adam down and hooked, that could be game.
But Renato is up. Does that mean Renato is on the gen? No, he is not. Ooh, he's leaving Adam on the ground. That is not. That is a risk.
He doesn't know what
Knowing
we know,
what we
though.
know. Yep. No matter how you slice it, that's a risk. No matter who you leave on the ground right now.
Yeah, exactly. However, he's still in a fairly strong position. If he can get this Nato down and hook one of these or both of these survivors, even if Adam gets off the ground, he'll still have really good pressure.
Adam has gotten up.
Yeah. Adam, we know, is got to be going to get on a gen somewhere, but Billy really cannot afford to leave here. He has to get this Renato down. Able to get the pallet drop, and the Yunjin is up.
Adam's just free to work on that gen. No, he's not.
No, he is not going back for that. Adam gonna be giving the Yunjin time to get Renato off the ground, though. And that is exactly what has happened. Heading back over to Cowtree.
Oh no.
This is really rough. Getting Renato down, I think you're right. He's got to play slug pressure, but he's got to get someone else on the ground.
That's his only choice here.
Yeah, this is really tough. This is very much coming down to exactly like the last round. Survivors desperately trying to get the last gen done, and Billy desperately trying to get everybody on the ground.
Yep.
Luckily for him, we do know that Unbreakable is out of the way, so if he can get everyone down, there is no standing back up alone. Renato getting picked up by the Yunjin. If these survivors split up, yeah, if he loses track of any of them, he is in big trouble. Oof. Renato using that sprint burst, making a little bit of distance. Billy coming in, gonna try and get an M1 here. Is successful.
And the only thing, slugging Renato is the only thing keeping Yunjin off another gen.
That is 100% correct. But we are giving Adam enough time to potentially get something done over here. Adam pulling him as far away as possible, maybe hoping they can get a pickup and a reset.
Pulling him far away like that could backfire if you are, if he does get the down fairly quickly here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh no. Oh no.
And Yunjin deciding just to get back on the gen and ignore the Renato on the ground. Billy coming into Shaq, though, with a purpose. Yunjin crouching outside the window. He knows exactly where she is, but he's got to keep moving. Both of these gens are about the same place, closing in on a third piston. And there's 3 on this gen. Got to get off and head over here. He's got to get somebody else down immediately.
Now, if Yunjin manages to get Renato up,
they can both just sit on that gen.
Ooh.
This is incredibly tense. This is about as close as it gets in terms of endgame, friends. A lot of cat and mouse here. A lot of patience. Oh my gosh.
That would have hit me.
Absolutely. Renato still on the ground, recovering. This gen is almost
pretty
complete.
much 95% done gen there.
He has got to get the Yunjin down here immediately. And we know that Renato is completely recovered at this point. If she can get a tap and get both of them up and away somehow, that's going to be game, I think. Nicely
He's got to go now.
done.
He has to go now.
Renato has bled out, denying Killer some points. All that's left to do is get this Adam down and get everybody hooked.
Ooh.
This is so tense. Ultimately, we're pretty certain of how this is going to shake out now. The rest is kind of set in stone now that Renato is out, but this Adam doing a great job of making use of this tile. Really got to get him down fast, though. Not wanting to have another survivor bleed out and lose
This is so
points.
close, and he gets him.
There we have it, folks. Both of these games really coming down to one gen. This was so stressful and tense.
Our Billy fought for his life here.
For real. Everybody just doing everything they could to make it happen. Our survivors playing really well. Billy really trying not to give them even an inch. Over here looking for this Yunjin.
Now, do we go look for her? Because can he afford another bleed out?
No, I don't think he can. I think he has to look for her. He knows that she's not going to be able to get hatch because she's definitely not close enough. He'd hear her. But got to go close that hatch anyway. Maybe?
Ooh.
There's Renato's lifeless body.
Yep. Ooh.
And she is in the middle of the map.
Yep.
Smart play. A lot of times people will kind of crawl to the edges.
She is staying near a gen that has progress, which is smart.
Yeah, covering up her cries a little bit. He finds her just at the last second. Gonna get her on a hook.
Wow.
Nicely
Our guy
done.
fought for his life here.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately,
but he missed a fresh hook.
Yeah. And that, I think if he had gotten that fresh hook, that would have maybe pushed Valhalla for the win. But as it stands, it looks like Demonic is going to come out on top.